So this is my dehydration talk. Why? Because it's August and it's like 125 degrees out there, right? Okay, and it's dry. How does humidity affect our ability to stay hydrated, not our humidity? How does humidity affect that? What do you think? Because we're in a dry environment. This is Southern California, Inland Empire, called the desert, west of LA County. This is where it's dry in the sense where we get dehydrated very quickly. It could be in our house, could be when it's cooler too. So realize the dry weather doesn't change just on, it gets worse when it's hotter, so we think about it, but it's all year long. You know, so when we go somewhere else where it's humid, we come here, we're like, it's really dry. I remember my neighbor just moved from Virginia. He works at City of Hope Hospital. And he says, I don't mind the heat here because it is drier, it's not as humid, it's not as wet, but you have to watch out how much you dehydrate. Okay. How much do you think you should drink per day? What's your normal amount, you think? For me, I drink about probably 4 of these a day. About 4 of these. This is my normal drink. And I'll drink coffee like you mentioned too. I drink coffee in the morning, but that's about it. I'm very boring. Coffee and water. Plus, I don't want to go to a restaurant and spend $4 for a beverage.
I agree with you. Yeah.
What the heck happened? Was it only yesterday where like things were like 50 cents, $1?
Well, yeah, you used to get coffee
$3 or $4, I think.
Economically, why would you want to burst your budget on a beverage that you could buy at the store for like $1?
But you can get water
That's what I do.
at the restaurant.
I do. And my wife goes, he's getting the water. She wants the iced tea, $3, $4 iced tea. My kid wants this Diet Coke or wants a root beer. Other kid wants a Sprite. I'm like, you guys are killing me. Killing me.
I look at drinking water when you go out to eat pays for the taxes for the meal.
That's a way to think about it. That's a way to think about it. You know, but a lot of it is we got to make sure that we're doing the right things for our body, our pocketbooks, and our mind also, right? Part of the talk here, the first part is, how do we feel when we're dehydrated? What do we feel like? What changes in our body, right? One thing we talk about when we feel dehydrated, here. What do we feel? Okay, especially living in Southern California, the desert, I call it, is naturally, if you go outside a lot and you're on your feet a lot too, you get muscle cramps. Where do we get cramps normally? In our calf muscles. Why do our calf muscles cramp versus our back or our leg or our shoulder? Why does our calf muscles cramp the most when we're dehydrated? Why do you think?
Because we're standing up.
We're standing up, and because it's furthest from our heart to our calf has less blood pressure. Exactly. Our distance lowers the pressure in our blood circulation. So you have to make sure we're doing enough. What our symptoms are, if I have cramps at night on my calves, even throughout the day too, that tells me my signal has to be I'm dehydrated.
Oh, really?
So what if you drink a lot of water?
Good question. How does water not hydrate you enough? What in our body, sometimes through our diet, nutrition, even our foods too, allows us to absorb the water in our body, in our muscles?
Electrolytes.
Boom, electrolytes. What electrolytes are common in our foods? Which ones?
Lemonade?
Lemonade?
Can
Lemonade. Why lemonade though? Why lemonade?
because it has citrus in it and sugar.
It has certain things, so let's go. Muscle cramps, okay? Cramps.
Yeah.
And has, how we're gonna help fix that, the fix is going to be, for example, lemonade and things like that have different potassium
And sodium?
and sodium. Those are things that because I took chemistry 101 like 1,000 years ago, okay? So we talk about sodium being Na plus, potassium being K plus, okay? Yes?
Also, pickle juice.
Yes, why pickle juice?
It's very.
When did they figure out pickle juice was a good electrolyte? Remember, do you remember where that came from?
It's got salt and vinegar in it.
Uh-huh. Salt vinegar, it came from basketball players.
Yeah.
Was it the South?
It was,
It was the Knights. Who was Bobby Knight? Was that Tex whatever it was too? But it's fermented, if you want to call it beverages too, have that. Pickle juice, things like that also. Anything that has citrus, has sodium chloride, which is salt, allows your body, these things, these ions here, they attract the water, which is going to be water. What's water? H2O, right? Okay? This is a positive and this is a negative. So it allows them to attract the negative, a simple equation, one thing to become neutral, one to be zero. So can we make that here attract to water to make things better? Electrolytes are part of our foods. If you eat them enough, also you can buy supplements too. I buy supplements that have little tablets you can use that are called electrolyte tablets. I put them in my water every day. I do a lot of walking, a lot of running sometimes. The electrolytes here.
Sorry, but our lunch is just over with. That's
No
why
worries, no worries. I know we kind of overlap sometimes. Electrolytes either through your foods or through supplements. And again, I'm gonna eat like I like to eat like salted. Sometimes mix nuts for one too. Bananas. I make a protein shake in the morning for one also. That's part of my normal thing with fruit in there too. But when you excessively sweat sometimes based on activity or what you're doing, sometimes you need extra things like this to make the overall body improve and stay at a good level. You don't want to wait till we talked about it on here too. You don't want to wait till you feel dehydrated to hydrate, right? You don't want that excitement. You guys have enough of the pamphlets too?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'll give you one sheet here. There you go. You have enough? Just in case.
Thank you.
But a lot of this, can we make sure our body is staying hydrated enough so we don't feel like we're having muscle cramps?
Could we drink coconut juice? Coconut juice?
Yes, why coconut juice?
It has potassium, sodium, and other things.
Huge. I love coconut juice. You know, but a lot of it is
The coconut water, not the milk water.
and differentiate so people understand why is the juice better or worse than the water? Kind of, but why say you buy water or say you buy coconut juice or anything else too, even like orange juice.
But naturally the coconut, the water inside the coconut, it has the sweetness and also sodium, potassium, everything in it. But the coconut juice they sell in the containers, it has sugar added to it.
It does, and a juice is a form of a concentrate, percentage of the water, not the actual water itself. Make sense? So when you buy, for example, orange juice, 10% will be the actual orange, and 90% will actually be something else. Water, supplement, so it tastes like an orange juice. Make sense? So you want to buy the water form or as close to original content as possible, because if you buy the juice, you're paying the same price for 10% of the actual product. Who wants to do that? People that market it want you to. They want like, yes, please buy that. But not anybody else. So you have to realize too, when you buy things like this, and you look at your foods too, you want to make sure that you're buying the right things. What's the easiest way to see what you're buying when you buy something in a box or a can, even anywhere else too?
Ask her, she's an expert on that.
Yeah. I mean, do you turn the box or the can around and go, what's inside this thing?
They have preservatives added to it.
Ingredients, right? You look at the ingredients. How much is protein? How much is going to be sodium? How much is fat? Turn the thing around to see exactly what's in there. When you buy a can of beans, I like kidney beans. If I buy kidney beans, I'm going to buy the low sodium, if possible, no sugar, at least, if I can, much as possible, so it's better for me. For the same price. It takes a little more thinking, but when you buy your foods, and even beverages too, can you be more conscious of what you're doing? Not only to help your body not cramp up, not to feel dehydrated, but also just for general health. And why do they have those out more? Because people want the product. Not because they're trying to help people. People are asking for this thing so they're going to buy more for it, to buy better foods, better drinks. All right? How does dehydration cause headaches? Yes.
Calf cramps.
Yes.
I was put on magnesium.
By magnesium.
I don't know.
Magnesium is a plus. Magnesium.
I have a problem.
Magnesium is a +2 cation.
Oh, strong.
Strong. So it does draw some. It does draw blood or water into the muscle too. Not as common, but it's a good smooth. It's why does magnesium help people sleep? Why is that?
Knocks you off.
You can't sleep.
It helps your smooth muscle, which is part of your brain, part of your heart too. Your smooth muscles actually relax better. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Sylvia.
Talking about magnesium, most of the time it's calcium.
Want to close the door?
Is it true you're supposed to take it at night for that same reason?
It helps your body rest more. So for example, if your brain and your heart can't sleep well, you want to take it at night.
Okay.
So I take mine at night every night. I take about 200 milligrams a night. That's my magnesium supplement per se, along with other stuff too. We want to make sure we're doing the right things. Again, good question. What can we do every day as a routine to make sure our body is resting well, getting enough water, getting enough nutrients, so we don't get dehydrated, but also our body needs these things every day. I did talk with a guy, and he's in West Virginia. He does his own little podcast and little information, and he was talking about brain health. Our brain, going back to headaches again too, our brain at night, it wants to recycle the brain cells and get them work better. So it can cause a lot of dehydration because of the brain. So making sure you have a good glass of water in the morning, even before your coffee too, allows your brain not to get dehydrated. So when people drink a lot of coffee, what happens is they get headaches. I love coffee. I can't make any decision I'm going to make that might affect anyone's life. I make none of them before I have a cup of coffee. It will not turn out right. They're locked in. They're locked out. It's a fire hazard. It was my fault. Yeah. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. But we want to make sure we're starting our day right. So can we start our day with a glass of water? That's the key.
Yeah.
I leave water by my coffee maker, so it reminds me because I'm not conscious yet. I leave my little igloo thing like this right by my coffee maker. So I drink that first before I drink my cup of coffee.
Not ice water.
Why not ice water in the morning? It's not a bad thing for you, but it makes your body constrict. It makes your body tighten up. Our body temperature, when you lower that temperature, our body tightens up, so you cause your body to go into a fight or flight or stress response early in the morning. Come on, you don't want to stretch yourself out early in the morning. It's still early for that type of stuff. So to avoid headaches from dehydration, make sure you're drinking, if you want, a glass of water in the morning. That's my thing, okay? As my recommendation per se. But if you have headaches end of the day, because I'll ask my patients when you get headaches, morning, at night before you go to bed, what's going on with it? And they say at night, they go, I always ask them, how much water do you drink per day? What's your routine like? And then sometimes people will, I don't want to wait in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. Okay, so drink all your water about 2 hours before you go to bed. But getting enough, knowing what you're drinking per day, and again, I drink about sometimes 4 or 5 liters per day. I want to make sure I'm getting enough. And when you think, well, if you go by how you feel, you've talked about you dehydrated, I'm not dehydrated yet. Do you want to wait till how you feel, or do you want to drink enough so you don't feel that way? It's up to you. It's a free country. But could be enough to make sure you don't have problems. I don't like the excitement of having problems, right? I have enough problems as it is. Too many problems as it is in the world. How does dehydration cause anxiety? What do you think? How does dehydration cause people to feel anxious? As a secondary problem. If I feel I have headaches, I have muscle cramps, I have fatigue, can that stress you out? But man, I feel like this all the time. And your body goes into a stress response physiologically. So now that stress response your body goes through sends hormones to your brain called cortisol, catecholamines, make your brain stressed, then you are stressed, psychologically. So again, if you want to avoid the excitement of being stressed, drink enough water, people. Again, this isn't the water, electrolytes, pickle juice, had to take your magnesium, sodium, potassium, all that stuff too, have enough fruits. But have a reason why I want to make sure I'm drinking enough and hydrating enough and have electrolytes to make my body feel better all day long. Can we get dehydrated in the winter? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
The heater.
Heater, and we don't think we have to drink water, right?
Right.
We don't have to cool off, we're fine. That's when people get a lot of muscle cramps at night, leg problems, okay? So how do we hydrate beyond everything I wrote down here too? How do we make sure we don't have cramps in the winter? What's a good thing to drink or eat during the winter? As a side thing from here, my notes.
Tea, drink tea, black tea.
Does tea have caffeine?
Yes.
Does caffeine is a dehydrator?
Yeah.
That's to be careful. So I like hot tea. I drink hot tea at night. That's my thing too. I drink hot tea at night. But I want to make sure I'm drinking also things like soup, for one. Soup has what in it?
What about the herbal teas
Water.
like chamomile tea?
Some teas have less caffeine or no caffeine, simple, good. But when you think about tea, I think about green tea. That's what I usually drink. And so it has some caffeine. So good, we want to make sure you drink enough. And when people don't want to feel cold in the winter, right? We want to feel cold. Who was born in Southern California like me? Who was born in Southern California? We want a moderate temperature between 65 and 75. That's all we want.
Every day.
Less than that, we're like freezing. A lot of time, we're sweating. If it's more than that. We're spoiled. We're thin. I call it thin-skinned. All right? We can't handle a lot of temperature changes. So you want to make sure in the winter, I like drinking, for example, I'll even take chicken broth and warm it up on the stove. And for breakfast, I'll have that and I'll drop an egg in there. My protein and my hydration, boom, done. Done. But when you think about how do I hydrate, stay warm because I'm thin-skinned, I can handle the cold temperatures, but also make sure my body's not, like you mentioned, the heater will dry us out. Our life will dry us out. And if our brain's dehydrated, what happens to our brain function? Less and less and less. Again, fatigue, tiredness, headaches. You got to make sure we're doing the right things now throughout our day to make sure our body stays healthy. Okay, next thing. How does medications affect our ability to stay hydrated? What in medications usually makes our body cramp?
Like water pill, we gotta go.
Take a water pill for blood pressure for 1, 2. You gotta go to the bathroom. The problem is, where does that water come from in your overall body? You have to rehydrate your body for 1, 2. Iron isn't a big dehydrated. It's more of a cause a lot of muscle cramps too, and constipation. So you want to make sure if you have anything in your medication that has iron in it, or if you take iron as a supplement, that'll cause constipation and muscle cramps. You have to compensate that with either a dietary pill or even drinking more water too. So when you talk to your doctor, hey, I'm on these medications, doctor. At that point, not your chiropractor, 'cause I don't know about medications. At that point, talk to them. What are any of these medications dehydrators? You have to be careful about that. Something to think about when you talk to your doctor next. What am I taking, and how does that affect my body? Is that causing muscle cramps, causing fatigue, causing me to feel stressed sometimes? It's part of life. You know, we got to think about what am I doing every day that helps or hurts my body. I tell my patients, what can we do every day to make our body strong and handle stress for our day? We have to make sure we're doing enough every day. And so I had a patient, younger patient, asked me, well, I kind of do my things like on a Monday, sometimes Wednesday, sometimes Friday. I go, you have no idea. You're guessing. I just tell him, do the days that end with Y. He goes, yes, every day. I'm a simple guy. I do my stretching every morning, my routine every day because I don't want to miss something. You know? And you want to make sure you're not guessing at stuff. Yes, Sylvia?
Well, with the water, it depends on our AGE.
Mhm.
If we drink water very late at night,
So-
we're going to be getting up all night.
So can we drink enough of our water, our quantity of water per day by, say, 2-3 hours before we go to bed? That when you drank enough by then you can go wherever you want to go. We have to make sure
I don't want to go, I want to stay asleep.
Good one, Sylvia. Good one. I get it. Also, too, we talked about certain beverages causing dehydration, such as caffeine beverages like coffee and tea. What else makes us dehydrated? What other beverages you think?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, exactly. Yeah, I forgot about alcohol. Bad one. That's why I have headaches the next day, right? What else? Any sodas?
Yeah.
How about the caffeine-free sodas? Are they good for you?
No.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
No. Caffeine-free means what? More sugar. More sugar supplements. Is sugar a dehydrator or a hydrator?
Probably as many as a dehydrated.
Dehydrator. Dehydrates your body for one, two. Sugar dehydrates, makes your body even cramp up even more. So realize sodas in general, tough. There's some waters that have what we call electrolytes, and they actually are pretty good for you to them. But realize those are, again, supplements. If we drink enough of our own water, make sure we have enough of these too. Electrolytes are foods that have sodium, potassium, sometimes magnesium also, make our body stay healthy. You know, it's it. When you have a routine every day, it's hard to go wrong. Because sometimes think about, I may go for a longer walk, go hang with my friends, I might go to the store, something else too. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll know what you're going back to. Okay, that's the easy part. Also, if you exercise too, do you drink more water?
Yes.
Do you? Yeah, most people do.
Yeah.
And it's almost a appetizer suppressant, so that point you're not going to want to eat more. So drinking more water is good, but again, we talked about earlier, I want to make sure my water or my supplements I eat when I drink my water too, have electrolytes. Do I have some sodium, potassium? Do I eat a half banana? Have some salt or some salties, a little bit of salt in my foods too. I put I have a big one at home. I put a little salt in there and also some lime. That's what I do for some taste. That's my drink. Especially now it's so hot. I do like a 3 mile walk with a 40-pound vest on, like about maybe 9 o'clock in the morning. So if I come home, I'm pretty exhausted, so I drink at least one of those. But knowing that, okay, do I want to feel better later? So I want to make sure I'm drinking enough water with electrolytes, like a salt or potassium. Any questions about that?
Could you drink too much electrolytes?
Not really. Your body has a way to, it's called homeostasis. Will take what it needs and dumps the rest.
Okay.
Yeah, you almost want to be, you know, like for the little pills I take, electrolyte pills, I'll sometimes put 2 ml water. And all it does is make your urine more colorful. Yay,
Okay.
good times.
Is there a brand that you like more than?
Not at all. As long as it says in there electrolytes and has enough sodium, potassium, I'm good to go.
Okay.
You know, I buy the little, like the airborne little tablets you can buy online on Amazon.
Uh-huh.
I buy those. So I think last one was, I bought 40 of them, so 10 tablets per tube for like $15.
Okay.
Easy stuff.
No sodium, no sugar.
And you just gotta watch what flavor you like too. I bought like a raspberry flavor, that's gross.
Okay.
I'm like, get out of my house. I was like, I can't even drink you. You're so
Yeah.
gross. Not my flavor. So you gotta pick your own flavor too.
Right.
What do you want to do? We just talked about adjusting to climate change. And that's what we talked about too, is not wanting to go to the bathroom. You know, we want to make sure we're drinking water when we want to go to the bathroom. So you want to realize it's not, if you're on the road, I took a 3-hour trip, almost 4 hours, from Santa Barbara, up to Santa Barbara. I had to stop in LA first, and then on the way back, a little long because my daughter forgot her earbuds at the hotel. I turned around and go back to the hotel and get it. It was like a 4-hour drive and because of traffic too. So if you're on long trips, adjust your water intake. You know, so realize I have to make sure I get enough. How I'm doing today? What's my plan today? You got to plan your things out, people. Came my wife where it goes, pull over now. I go to the bathroom. I'm like, right now, I'm on the road. I can't go right now. So you have to make sure you kind of plan itself out. I don't know, easy stuff. Another one too. Again, staying hydrated. Electrolytes. Why do fruits and vegetables are good to eat during the summer? Why do you think? Electrolytes. And unless it's a dried fruit or a dried vegetable, what's inside the fruit or vegetable? Water, liquids, right? Why is watermelon so popular in the summer? Which my dog loves watermelon. Because it has water in there. It's a flavored fruit, right? Who likes tomatoes?
Oh, I love it.
Anybody else? Yes. My family does not like tomatoes, so I buy a lot of them for myself. Selfish. I want to eat them all. But I buy them like by the big dozen areas on the vine. I'm a vine person. I like the other ones are like kind of like watery without the tomato flavor. But you want to have enough fruits and vegetables in your diet, even in the winter too, to make sure that you have enough in there too. Who likes carrots? Yes. Carrots. Do you boil your carrots or do you barbecue them, steam them? How do you usually make your carrots?
Raw.
Steam. Raw? Raw's good too.
Roasted.
Roasted, right? Yeah, roasted.
Yeah, those are good.
Yes. In the winter, same thing. I'll make a soup, carrots, potatoes, can absorb some water. Boom, done. Easy fix, right? You gotta have your routine recipes you can start doing to make your overall body stay dehydrated, but also just stay healthy in general. Simple things. Why does movement help you stay hydrated? Why is that? How does movement make your circulation improve to push electrolytes through your body along with the water to make your body stay healthy? Give you the answer.
Muscles.
Yes. Simple motions. Let's go crazy like I do.
Does it help the bones?
Helps the bones also. Our body only gets nutrients to the other parts away from the heart and the intestinal tract by your blood system. We have to move our body, even in simple just calf raises, up and down, little squats here and there too. Move enough of your body to get the circulation going so nutrients get through your body. It doesn't happen, it happens passively a little bit, I'll give you that. But our calves, they need the movement, the active movement to get blood flow to go down those areas. Again, less blood pressure here in your calves and ankles than it would be near your heart or your chest. So the movement's required to stay hydrated to cause things to circulate through your body properly. Questions yet? Simple stuff, right?
Very.
So what's the number one thing we can start doing today that I might even start doing to make our body stay more hydrated, especially on our summer heat period that we have now to probably like September, maybe beginning of October?
Drinking more water.
Drinking more water. Add
Exercises.
Carry water. Why is it good to carry water with you?
And hopefully drinking.
If I see it, I'm gonna go, what's this for? What's inside? You should drink this thing. I was telling people that came in late. I was in Santa Barbara for my daughter's orientation she transferred to UC Santa Barbara. All day event for parents. I'm like, why am I going? I'm not going to school. They make you walk around to different classrooms, to the library. So my wife does this. She sticks her water bottle in my backpack. I'm like, thanks, babe, for an extra 10 pounds all day. I appreciate it. Thanks. So again, you're gonna want to drink the water, so you don't have to carry it all day. Can you do certain things, such as adding certain foods to your diet this week that have more water in there, or vegetables, and have either sodium or potassium? How can you have too much potassium, sodium? If you have blood pressure issues, maybe a little bit. So be considerate for that. But make sure you also read the labels on your canned fruits and vegetables to make sure it's not too much sodium. Who likes ketchup? I like ketchup. Why is ketchup not the best thing for you?
Sodium.
Sodium and sugar. That's why it tastes like a little vinegary too. It's such a good taste. I had a friend in college. You take those little packets from like Burger King and would take one fry, one packet. So gross. So gross. Has like 480 milligrams of sugar, or I'm sorry, salt in there than for every serving. It's too much. Too much. So be conscious of what you're doing. Again, I love ketchup. I love honey mustard. Who likes honey mustard?
I do.
Yes. I remember when Islands? They stopped serving honey and mustard. I'm like, what do you think? You're gonna lose like half your customers here. So a lot of it is you gotta find your things you like and turn the ball around. I do. What's in there? What's really in there? And go, is that good for me? Bad for me? Or can I find something else that's better for me?
Yes.
That's gonna be as good and maybe even half the price.
Right.
A lot of stores are understanding, consumers, us, we will buy things that are healthier, but healthier things out there for us. Who likes coconut oil or coconut water? Right? Me? Huh? Coconut water, it's a flavor. Everyone's different. But that's if you want to just stay hydrated all day long, drink one of those a day. Easy fix.
Someone told me.
It has potassium in there and sodium. There's more potassium and sodium, more potassium than fiber too, but it's phenomenal for a hydrator.
Yeah, same too.
phenomenal for hydrator. Just one of those, good. Again, talk about water, not the juice.
Yeah, water.
The juice is only a portion, the 10% of the actual water. So only the water, not the juice.
They
Is juice in
can
there?
buy the real coconut and
Yeah.
poke a hole in it
Yeah.
and then put a straw and they drink it.
I just don't have
Oh,
coconut
that's
tree around though. I just have coconut trees around here.
They do sell the Thai
Yeah.
coconut, but
Yeah.
you gotta know how to chop it up.
See, those when you add more things to the instructions, it turns me off.
Yes,
I'll buy the little thing of coconut water and call it a day. I'm gonna do this and like there goes my hand. Can't work.
Make it
That's up.
easy. Make it easy.
Like dang it, so they can't treat anymore. You know, it's chiropractic in my hands.
How do you think about the infusing the water with the, the fresh fruits?
I'm good with that. Good with that. It's a good thing to do. It's not simple.
Yeah.
So can you do certain things every day that you do every day that are simple, part of your routine? I have one of those you turn it over type of thing. You put your protein powder, water. I put a piece of fruit in there, and fiber, and that's it. Boom. Turn on and go. You know, but it's something where I like to give people simple things to do. When you start getting too complicated, or like do this and cut your arm off, like that's too much work. You know, I like to watch videos on how to make certain foods, right? Natural foods on Instagram or Facebook. You start adding all, and you have to buy this ingredient, this. I'm like, too much stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I do like 2 things. That's all I need. And for me, I'll take, in the winter especially, I'll take a can of chicken breast, can of tomatoes, put in the stove some oregano, some olive oil, call it a day, that's my meal. Done. Easy. It's keeping things simple that we do it more often as part of routine to be compliant with our health. I tried to make a cabbage pizza one time. It was cool. It took like an hour and a half. I'm like, no. Not my thing. But doing things, again, this is all important here. You have paper here too. Figure out what makes you dehydrated. Figure out how to stay hydrated. And figure out how to make it part of your daily routine. It doesn't matter if it's winter or summer. No. You just change what foods and what foods you eat, what you drink based on your climate and based on your time of year. You know, I depend on more cans in the winter, depend on more fresh foods and fruits in the summer. I have a mango tree. Had it for 5 years. It's about this tall. Had a small mango, and that's it so far. Talk about my mangoes. You know? Yes. Yes. But I have a bunch of lemons. Had some apricots too. We had a lot of apricots too. So I apricots. I cut them up, put in my little juicer thing, and boom, ready to go. Easy.
How about the lemons? Is lemons good?
Lemons aren't bad for you because it's good for vitamin C, for vitamins, for antioxidant too. But it does have some salt in there, but not a lot. So I'm gonna have I'll put water in here, water, a half a lime or a lemon, and put some salt in there too.
What does the salt do?
The salt is electrolyte.
Okay.
Salt is your sodium chloride. So salt is really salt equals sodium chloride.
It's like Gatorade and all that is salty.
Yeah. And they're coming out, and again, because the consumers wanted it, they started coming out with the zero Gatorades, right? So zero sugar, but they still have the sodium, which is good.
Yeah.
So the zeros, everything out there, the Coke Zero, not so much. But anything that says, say Gatorade Zero or Propel Zero too, look at the back of them. You'll have sugar-free, but you'll have the sodium chloride, the salt.
But do they contain the sugar substitute?
They can too. It's still not natural.
If they say zero,
It's-
it's artificial.
So you want to make sure there's nothing artificial in there too. Yeah, it's because you'll see like you'll see sodium sorbate, all this stuff too. So you have to like pick your poison. You know. Again, regular Gatorade has a lot of sugar, but Gatorade Zero has no sugar but has the salt component. You know, it's got again water, salt, little lemon, little lime. You're good to go. Simple things. You don't need complicated life. I know that's all it comes down to. Yes.
What about every time you get a drink of water, they squeeze you a lemon?
Not a bad thing for flavor.
And that's fine.
Yeah, it's good. Why is lemons good overall? Prevents scurvy.
Okay.
We're all sailors here, right? We might get scurvy on a ship. So we want to make sure we have enough fruits in our diet. That's all it is. You know, we got to make We gotta have enough fruits and vegetables in our diet. And it's a little flavor thing. Some people don't like the taste of water. When I was a kid, I drank the water out of a hose. Ooh, evil, evil. No, it's water. Yeah, during COVID, what happened, people went to Costco and Sam's and bought all the water. Just turn on your faucet. It's water. Easy.
You have to be careful with your
Go
water
ahead.
too.
It is, but it's just water. Sodium, it's H2O. You know?
Yeah, but when you live different places, water's different.
I get you. But in general, though, it's not gonna kill you to grab a glass of water out of your sink. You know, in general. It's, again, keeping life simple. And not getting too complicated. No. Questions? So,
Pickle juice,
huge.
that's the one you buy, you have to buy it with the pickle in it?
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
okay.
They don't-
And how about the pickle, is it?
It's good too, because it's all absorbed
Does
inside
it all
pickles.
goes in there?
So I mean, when someone orders for a burger at somewhere, a restaurant, they have pickles, right? The part of your decoration.
And it's all good.
I eat all the pickles. I go, kids, you don't want the pickles? Give me your pickles.
They have salt though too.
Kids, bring our pickles over here.
Salt
Right.
most usually.
Salt also. It's okay.
How about sauerkraut? And what's the other one?
That's why Germans are so sour. So angry all the time. Yes, sauerkraut's good too. Any fermented vegetable is going to be good for you. Any fermented vegetable is good.
Relish.
Yeah, relish is good too. Yeah.
Okay, say you got dehydrated,
Yes.
how can you, like, turn it around?
Quick.
Because, yes.
So first off, you have to get cooled off. If usually you're going to be too hot, so you have to cool your body off. By cooling your body off, now your body knows it's not a stress response. It'll actually absorb the water. So you want to add a sodium or potassium type of food, or electrolyte tablets for one too, which I keep on at my house, as part of your water to drink it slowly. And I'm good with cold water at that point too. Cold is going to be better because your body will calm down faster for one too.
And is there a way you can tell, like, you know, how your mouth gets so, like, dry,
Parched.
you can't get it?
And part of it too, part of the first part is, are you having headaches? Are you fatigued? Are you having muscle cramps? That's a way to know if you're dehydrated. But again, do you feel parched?
Yes.
You know, everyone, and I talk about this too, everyone has their own body chemistry identity. So figure out what works for you and what your concerns are. When I get my mouth is parched, I have to make sure to drink more water. When I have headaches, I drink more water. So you gotta figure out what works for your body and understand how that works for you. Yes,
What
ma'am.
if your doctor says you have to have 8 glasses of water a day?
Tell them, do you have 8 glasses of water a day, sir or ma'am? They'll
Oh,
go.
yes, I have to.
So, and again, it's not bad, but can you supplement just a glass of water with maybe some watermelon,
Yes.
maybe some
If you
fruit,
have it, probably
maybe
more.
some chicken broth? But again, this is something where can you do to make sure you're okay, I want the water, but how to get other sources. Everyone's different, you know? So you gotta figure out a way for you to get those. And 8 glasses, it really isn't a lot. If you start early enough, and if you get things going faster.
Well,
Just
I
part of it.
have a bottle of water,
Hmm?
and I have 8 of them, but I did.
Perfect. But drink them early enough so you don't have to go to the bathroom when you go to bed.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, part of it. We have to make sure we're getting enough. And 8 glasses is usually minimum too. It's not too much. It's minimum.
that's the minimum. My daughter-in-law says, and then the doctor said, 8 glasses a day.
Minimum. But again, can you get other ways, not just drinking water? You got to figure out what works for you.
Instead of water.
Yeah.
You don't tell me that.
Chicken broth. Again, they're not going to tell you everything, but they want to make sure you're getting enough. They give you the minimum. But if you have fruits and vegetables that you cook with and work with, or even steamed vegetables too, get in the water that way.
You have to be careful if you're diabetic or so forth there.
Again, you have medical concerns also too. But realize the reason salt became this big poison of our society, we need it in our body. My mom, she went to the hospital because she was low in sodium. Because she took it too far. So they put us up sodium tablets, which is salt tablets. You gotta figure out what works for you and what works for your body. You know, and when you get blood work that doesn't really show that, you gotta know your signs of what you're actually working with, what your body's feeling. By having just your minimum 8 glass of water, know where you get it, allows your body to have a minimum to get your body to stay strong and loose. But the movement, especially moving your calf muscles, keeps that blood flowing through your body, keeping the water flowing along the electrolytes too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony, can you OD on water?
No.
That's what I was gonna say, when you
Too
drink
much
too much
water
water.
is not toxic?
Your body should be able to cycle it through your body. If you don't drink it, if you drink it too fast, yeah.
Yeah.
If you drink it slowly, your body will homeostasis, push through the body faster. You know?
And why they are telling too much water is
Yeah, I
toxic?
think I seen a movie.
Because it was a headline on a article about 2 weeks ago. Someone at a concert drank too much water. Well, what else did they have at a concert?
Probably alcohol.
Probably alcohol. Hey, what else did they have at a concert? I don't know.
But that's going way and beyond
Yes.
just being a
It's you got to think. Just use common sense. Look, don't go like I'm gonna give 8 gallons of water in 30 seconds. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and break the record. No. Just use common sense on that stuff. But that was a good headline though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not, I can see somebody read that article like, I'm never drinking water again. It's gonna kill me. No, it's not.
You know what, I have a question.
Yes.
I have that other water, I can't remember, I'm trying to think of what it's called right now.
Smart water.
Yeah, that
Has
has
something
something
in
in
it.
it.
Alkaline water?
Yeah, there you
Alkaline
go,
water.
thank you.
Alkaline. So how is alkaline or acidic water good or what does that mean?
They said
Alkaline
that-
salt, right?
It's part of it.
Okay.
This year we talked about erase this real quick. What is sodium potassium here? We have a scale. So how does pH work in our body? pH helps our body stay functional in a system. So pH scale. Okay? This is going to be your scale. Here is we're going to have negative and positive. Okay? Positive is acidic. Acidic. Negative is going to be alkaline. Alkaline. We want to be at 7.0. This is going to be 0. Let's say this is 10. Here. Okay? If we want to be here, a lot of our foods are acidic. And not like orange acidic, not like that type of stuff. They're more inflammatory. Make sense? Inflammatory foods are like bad oils, heavy fats, heavy meats. French fries, I love French fries. Love French fries. But they're gonna be more on this side of the scale. So not the best things for you sometimes. If we eat a healthy diet, we might be close to this range between 0 and 7. So alkaline water allows you to stay at this range by diluting those foods and beverages to more of an alkaline system. Because right now, a lot of people live, probably the average person, average American, average, I'm gonna put USA, is right about here, in this range about here. That's the average American diet. So if the average person lives here, they go, I'm gonna eat Carl's Jr., I'm gonna eat McDonald's every day. We wanna make sure, okay, how do I now balance it out with more alkaline water? So by doing this, is this too much work? I think so.
Yeah.
Can I just eat over here, keep my body over here? Can I drink enough water to stay over here, eat better foods and drink better beverages to stay over here? Because our body's organs function better on this side than on this side. That's why, but alkaline water is a thing, but it's almost using too many tools to stay healthy.
But it's not like replacing alkaline water with regular water.
No.
Okay.
People that, for example, drink alcohol, they'll want to drink this the next day. So it allows your body to stay more hydrated, more functional by absorbing more of the water. So alkaline does have a cation of a positive to make it better.
Will it help with a hangover?
Yeah, Sylvia, you stock up on that stuff. Stock up over there, Sylvia.
You're drinking.
Well,
I'm hungover.
Wow, party time over there. And again, we have so many things out there in our society that push us to drink better, or just using sometimes our sense of wanting to get healthier to push this, to push zero this, or sugar-free this. So use your common sense. Is it really sugar-free? Or what does it have? What doesn't it have? Are there simple things we can do to make our body healthier without complicating things too much? All right? Anything else?
But you can have too much alcohol. And I have a friend who had, her doctor had prescribed it, but then she drank it every day. And it showed up on her blood test, and she had to stop it.
It almost, your body will gravitate, it's called homeostasis, it'll adapt to your environment. So if you drink so much of things, your body go, okay, then the problem with that, then your body doesn't work properly. So you want to make sure you do the right things for your body all the time. Take too much sodium, your body goes, okay, I'm not going to absorb more sodium. But having through your normal food and having a normal routine allows your body to stay at a normal level so it stays close to here, not way out here. I still can't believe McDonald's has like 8 billion served per day now or something, I'm not sure. Things like that. Because people just don't realize, if I want to have a good quality of life, longevity in my life, I have to do things today to get things, but I can't wait till I'm sick. People are getting smarter now, right? Can I do things now versus now you're diabetic, now you have neuropathy, now you have constant problems, now you go on these pills. Do pills make your body healthy in general?
I don't think so.
And look at this stat. Who are actuaries? Who are actuaries? What do? Actuaries as a profession.
Project how long you're gonna live.
They project risk value. Actuaries run insurance companies. They give them the numbers. If someone's had a heart attack, are they a higher risk or lower risk for life insurance?
Higher.
So higher risk, higher premium, right? So the medications, because you are medications for a heart attack, your risk is still going to stay high. They don't cure it, they just give you a better chance of living longer. But now even on medications, your risk stays high. So it tells you it's not a cure-all.
No, it's not. Plus, once you go on something, you really can't get off of it.
It's hard to.
Yeah.
You have to make either personal decision or go, what am I going to change in my lifestyle to make my body better? And that's doctors are hard. Their liability. It's hard for them to take you off medication because then they go, okay, if they now they have that same symptom, same problem again, I'm liable as a doctor. So at that point, they're going to go, I have to make sure you're changing your lifestyle. I'm documenting you're changing your lifestyle. We have better blood work now because 3 months later you change your lifestyle. That way I can show that there's a reason why you don't need medication anymore. So there is a liability issue too. That's why they're so adamant when you're on medication not to go off medication.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I'll be active great. And I had a patient, great guy, he was a retired principal, was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, beyond this topic. But he says he changed his lifestyle, ate better, didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do crack anymore, whatever it was he was doing. At that point, thinking about the crack. A lot of it is he took his blood work 3 months later, negative for type 2 diabetes, off medication, done. Took him 3 months to do the work to prove the doctor, hey look, I am eating better. He goes, that's fine. Blood work showed he was better. Test every 3 months. At that point, over a period of time, off all medication. But it takes a lot of work, a lot of self-control. Some people don't have that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
People don't have that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But giving people the right information allows them to at least make their own choice. Some people don't know Coke Zero is not a better Coke. You know, it just has less sugar, that's it.
Well, they just think it is.
They don't, and some people, and I assume they're naive. But when you tell them, they go, hey, you know what this is? They go, yeah. Okay, good. I'll walk away. Thanks. It's coming. You know? But give people information, let them figure out themselves, but at least have the right information. But knowing that soups are good for you, knowing that you don't have to drink just 8 glasses of water, you can do other things to help supplement your water intake, allows them different choices, get the same benefit. All right, any questions? Anything else? All right, eat better, drink better, don't pass out on the way out, okay? Get out of here, have a good day. Thank you guys. And next month, if you didn't know, what am I talking about? Headaches. Symptoms that can help you understand different types and treatments. You guys have these?
I have.
You did not get those? Oh, that's sad. Very sad. All right, one for you. Your bride.
I know.
Welcome. Have a good day, Dr. Drummond.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.